Narcissistic personality disorder is a complex mental health condition characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy for others, and a constant need for admiration. It's important to note that the causes of NPD are not fully understood and likely result from a combination of genetic, environmental, and psychological factors. Here's a detailed explanation of these potential causes. 1. Genetic factors. Research suggests that there may be a genetic predisposition to NPD. Studies on twins have shown that there is a higher likelihood of NPD if a person has a close family member with the disorder. This indicates that genetics play a role in determining susceptibility to the disorder. 2. Neurobiological factors. Certain brain regions and neurotransmitter systems are thought to be involved in NPD. The brain's reward system, which is responsible for processing feelings of pleasure and satisfaction, might be altered in individuals with NPD. This could contribute to their constant need for admiration and validation. 3. Early childhood environment. Childhood experiences and environment play a significant role in the development of NPD. A few potential factors include parenting style. Children raised by excessively permissive parents who shower them with excessive praise and admiration while not setting appropriate boundaries might develop an inflated sense of self-importance and entitlement. Overvaluation or neglect. Inconsistent parenting where a child is either overvalued or neglected can contribute to the development of NPD. A child who is constantly praised without being taught empathy and emotional regulation may struggle to relate to others' feelings. Unrealistic expectations. Unrealistically high expectations set by parents can lead to a child developing a fragile self-esteem that relies on external validation. When these expectations are not met, it can result in feelings of inadequacy and a need to compensate through grandiosity. 4. Cultural and societal factors. Societal and cultural factors can contribute to the development of NPD. Societies that emphasize individual achievement, material success, and competitiveness might encourage the development of narcissistic traits. Similarly, the prevalence of social media and the focus on self-presentation can amplify narcissistic tendencies. 5. Defense mechanism. Narcissism can also be seen as a defense mechanism. Individuals with deep-seated feelings of insecurity, shame, or low self-worth might develop narcissistic behaviors as a way to protect themselves from these painful feelings. By building a facade of grandiosity, they shield themselves from confronting their underlying emotional vulnerabilities. 6. Psychological factors. Some psychological theories propose that NPD could develop as a result of unresolved conflicts during childhood. These unresolved conflicts might lead to the creation of a grandiose self-image as a way to compensate for earlier emotional wounds. It's important to note that not everyone who exhibits narcissistic traits or behaviors has NPD. Diagnosis requires a comprehensive evaluation by a mental health professional. Treatment for NPD typically involves psychotherapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or psychodynamic therapy, aimed at helping individuals develop more realistic self-perceptions, empathy, and healthier interpersonal relationships. However, individuals with NPD may be resistant to seeking help due to their own inflated self-view, making treatment a challenging process. Trying to fix a narcissist can be a complex and challenging endeavor, and it's important to approach this situation with caution. Here are detailed reasons why attempting to fix a narcissist may not be a productive or healthy approach. 1. Limited self-awareness. Narcissists often lack self-awareness and insight into their own behavior. They may not recognize or admit that their actions are causing harm to themselves or others. Their inherent defensiveness and resistance to acknowledging flaws can make them resistant to change. 2. Deep-seated patterns. Narcissistic behavior is often deeply ingrained and rooted in a person's personality structure. These patterns might have developed over years or even decades, making them difficult to change. Quick fixes or short-term efforts are unlikely to yield significant and lasting change. 3. Lack of motivation. Narcissists may not see a reason to change because they believe their behavior is justified or that they are superior to others. They might be content with their self-centered worldview and the advantages it brings them, further reducing their motivation to change. 4. Manipulative tactics. Narcissists are skilled manipulators. They might appear open to change or promise to change as a way to manipulate and control situations or people. These promises might not be genuine, and attempting to change them could lead to further manipulation. 5. A risk of emotional harm. Trying to fix a narcissist can be emotionally draining and frustrating for the person attempting to help. Narcissistic individuals often engage in blame shifting, projection, gaslighting, and other manipulative tactics, which can cause emotional distress and confusion to those around them. 6. Focus on external validation. Narcissists tend to seek external validation and admiration. If you take on the role of trying to fix them, you might inadvertently reinforce their need for constant attention and admiration, further enabling their narcissistic tendencies. 7. Boundary violations. Narcissists often have difficulty respecting boundaries and the needs of others. By engaging in efforts to change them, you might find your own boundaries disregarded, leading to a potentially unhealthy and one-sided dynamic. 8. Professional expertise required. Addressing narcissism requires specialized therapeutic techniques and interventions that are best handled by mental health professionals experienced in treating personality disorders. Without proper training, attempts to change a narcissist can be ineffective or even counterproductive. 9. Personal well-being. Focusing on trying to fix a narcissist can take a toll on your own well-being, mental health, and self-esteem. It's important to prioritize your own needs and emotional health rather than investing all your energy in changing someone else. 10. Acceptance and realism. While it's natural to want to help others grow and develop, there are limits to what you can achieve with someone who is resistant to change. Accepting that you cannot control or fix another person's behavior is an important step in maintaining your own emotional well-being. In situations involving someone with narcissistic tendencies, it's often more productive to focus on setting and enforcing healthy boundaries, taking care of your own well-being, and encouraging them to seek professional help if they are willing. Ultimately, changing a person's behavior, especially when it involves complex personality traits, requires their active participation, self-motivation, and professional guidance.